who were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. I would like to begin today's session with this inspiring quote by Mahatma Gandhi. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the webinar on intellectual property rights. A very warm welcome to our guest, Dr.Doreen, the staff and students of the Department of Computer Science and the Department of Information Technology. I'm Vidya Kiran from 2nd PGIC and I will be your host today. Inventing is more than just coming up with a great idea. It's the process of successfully marketing your idea and the invention itself. This includes licensing your work and protecting your intellectual property. Without protection of ideas, businesses and individuals would not reap the full benefits of their inventions. And that's why we're here for this session today on intellectual property rights. And Dr. Doreen will be sharing her thoughts on this show. Now, before we get to hear her speak, may I invite Ashmita from WCC to lead us in this.
Our loving Heavenly Father, we come into your presence in this day, Lord. Comforter, counselor, and safeguarder, I praise you. As the words in the Bible says, the heart is prepared for the battle, but the victory comes from the Lord. May this webinar prepare us for our future battles. Take complete control. Let your presence be there from beginning to end, Lord. Let me surrender the outcome of my life into your caring hands. May my victory be in your hands, Lord. In Jesus' name we ask, Amen.
Now I'd like to invite Rajita Sai of the Ph.D. department to give the welcome address.
Good evening to all. It is a moment of extreme pleasure to welcome the guest, Dr. Doreen. On behalf of our college, I convey my regards to our speaker of the day, Dr. Doreen. In spite of her busy schedule, she has taken time and joined us. Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Doreen is the Director of Computational Intelligence Research Foundation. She received her B.Tech in Information Technology from Madras University, Chennai, ME in Computer Science and Engineering from Anna University, Chennai, and Ph.D. in Computer Science and Engineering from Anna University. Her research interests include parallel and distributed computing, peer-to-peer computing, grid computing, cloud computing, big data analytics. She was previously a professor and a head at Loyola IPR College of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Information Technology, assistant professor national journals and conferences. She is a life member of ISTE, Indian Society for Technical Education. She is a reviewer for Computer and Electrical Engineering Journal and Future Generation Computer Science Journal. She has been a part of the resource person for the workshops of digital classroom, big data analytics using Hadoop, data science using Python, machine learning, deep learning, cognitive computing, software testing, blockchain technology, cyber security, and cyber forensics. We are very blessed to have such a wonderful person on this show today. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. We welcome you, ma'am. I would also like to welcome the heads, the faculty, the students of the Department of Computer Science and Technology and Information Technology. Thank you all for joining us today.
Thank you, Rajita. Now I request all the participants to mute your microphone for the entire session. If you have any questions, you may post them in the chat box, and we will get to them at the end of the session as time permits. Now, without further ado, may I invite Dr. Doreen to enlighten us with her words. The virtual stage is yours, ma'am.
Thank you, Vidya. Good evening, girls. Good evening to the professors. On behalf of Computational Intelligence Research Foundation, I'd like to thank the entire management of WCC. A special thanks to the Department of Computer Science and Technology and Information Technology. So whenever I ask you a question during the session, you can post your answers on chat. Here we go with the first question for the day. All right, so today we are going to see about intellectual property rights. Okay, and I know you are all UG and PG students. You are all aware of the technology that is booming up every day. All right, how are you today? Can I have quick answers on the chat? We have 100 plus students here. A simple question. Simple question. How are you today? Girls, do you have the chat facility available for you? Yes, no, yes, yes, I'm good. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Vidya. Great. Thank you, Rajita. Thank you, Padmapriya. Thank you. Yes, others, 900 plus are there. You can all give in your answers. Yes, Ratra. Yes, I just asked you a simple question. How are you today? See how many different patterns. Good, ma'am. That is given by Anna. Okay, and then Vidya said she's great. Okay, Rajita, she said very good. Padmapriya, yeah, fine, ma'am. Good. Saranya, good, great, fine. You say addition. And once I say at onto my screen at 412, okay, it was Vishali. In this name, she said she's good. So it belongs. That response belongs to her. What is special about today, July 28th? What is special about today? You can also unmute and speak, no problem. What is special about today? Hello? Let's do it real quick. What's special about July 28th? Today is? What is special about today? You're all there with me? Today is World Nature Conservation Day. A very special day today. I have a special note to address about World Nature Conservation today. As a citizens of India, okay, we are responsible for our nature. Okay, we are responsible for our nature. So going on with the topic for today, okay, what the title, it is intellectual property rights. Okay, can you girls give me some examples of properties that you know? You can unmute and speak, or you can give your answers in chat. But I want you to be a little quicker. Any property that you think. Examples of property that you benefit yourself, or you know about it, or you wish to buy it. Any property, any property. Yes?
Like a recipe or traditional medicine.
Yes. The property that you think that you own yourself. It could be a car, it could be a jewel, or whatever it is. How do you define? Can you give some examples on property? Any property. You say, I have this property, right? Your parents, they say, Any examples of property? A simple example is car. If you have a car at home, that's your property. If you buy jewels at home, you wear your jewels, that's your property. You have a land, your parents, they have a land on the name, that's a property. Likewise, I want you to interact with me of some examples of property that you know or that you experience.
Gold jewelry.
Gold jewelry, exactly right, Vidya, exactly right. That's the property. Some examples, don't, yeah. Yes, next person. Yeah, laptop is very good. It's your property. Use your laptop. That's your property. Okay. Any more answers? Okay. Now let me share my screen with you. So today we are going to see about intellectual property rights. Okay, intellectual property rights. Hope you are able to see in my screen. Yes. Was one of you? Could you please answer? Yes, thank you, Daffy, on the YouTube. Your pattern, yes, is one of the properties. You're able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma. Thank you. So I had been into colleges for a decade, and then I started this company named as Computational Intelligence Research Foundation. It's a Section 8 company. Okay, this is registered under Ministry of Corporate Affairs, especially on the education sector on R&D. All right. So this is a website of it. We'll be exploring about it. Okay, my email ID and my contact number. Okay. So to define with intellectual property rights, a beautiful introduction is given by the host. They are the rights given to the person over the creation of their mind. Okay, you have done something, and that is your right. Okay, intellectual property rights are the rights given to individuals over the creation of your mind. What do you think in your mind? Okay, and what is your own creation, and you carry the right to it. Okay, there's a right to education. Okay, same way here, intellectual property right is given to individual person over the creation of your own mind. They usually give the creator an exclusive right over the creation for a certain period of time, and it differs for each of your contributions. So when you take intellectual property rights, right is your, it's given to you, it's in your hand. Okay, today, like Vidya, I think, right, she hosted it. It was a right given to her to host it. Okay, the right given to the person. Okay, property is something that you own. When you take intellectual property rights, are the rights given to the person over the creation of mind. As young students, as budding graduates, okay, you could be in post-graduation or you are in the undergraduation program, you are excellent creators. Okay, so Indian government, okay, vision of our national IPR policies and Indian and where intellectual property stimulates, okay, creativity and innovation for the benefits of all. So these are the three things that you need, okay, creativity and innovation for the benefits of all. When you take it is benefits for all right, it could be your own benefits. It could be the benefit of the education institution that you work on with, or you learn with. You develop some products, innovative products. All right? And where did you use it? And the benefit is for the society, and the benefit is for the entire nation. Okay. What this pandemic has made is something different. Have you ever experienced virtual meetings like this before March 2020, or is more after March 2020? Yes or no? Yes, no? Yes. It's more after a bit. Yes? Yes, thank you. All right. Okay. So an India where intellectual property stimulates the creative and innovation. And today we are going to explore what are the many projects given, what are the opportunities given by a government of India. Okay. So when you take IPR, we are going to basically see five types of IPR. IPR, you know, it stands for intellectual property right. Listen to the talk carefully, girls. At the end of the talk, we have got a live quiz. All right, wherein we are going to play. Let's see who would be the winner for the day. All right. So we are going to see about what is the copyright, and then what is the patent. How do you search for a patent? What are the steps to apply for the patent? What is the trademark, trade secret, and geographical indication? Okay, so there are five types of, there are many things. We are here and today we are going to see the basic five types of IPR. The copyright, for example, trade secrets. Okay, protect secret information. When you invent something new, okay, they don't disclose it outside, right? The trade secret, the Coke formula, for example. All right, the trademark. What is the symbol for Apple cell phone? For iPhone, what is the symbol?
An apple that has a bite on it.
Yes, everybody. When you see an apple with a bite, even without knowing anything, we know it is an Apple product. Yes, that's the trademark. That's the trademark, the symbol, right? The symbol. Okay. And what's copyright? Protect works of authorship. Example, books. How many of you seen onto your books? Copyright. Have you seen this? But when you open the book or flap onto the left side, have you seen it? Onto books, onto movies, on drawings? Yes, no? Yes, girls, you can answer, please. Yeah, thank you. I'm getting answers from Vidya. What about others? I want everybody to answer. Okay? Have you seen it? Yes, thank you, Raghavi. Oh, sorry, Rahini Devi. Okay? You can unmute and speak, and you can also give your answers in chat. Okay, that is a written document that you claim that you have written it. If I say onto my screen like Vinodini has given great ma'am and it's a claim at 412, she has given it. It is just we say it, but how it is to be really claimed is the copyright. And patents protect functional or ornamental features. Like when you see a swipe feature of iPhone, okay, when you have the swipe feature of iPhone is different from Android. Yes or no? Yes or no? Is the swipe feature of iPhone, iOS different from Android? Yes, it is distant, right? So it is a pattern that is registered. Okay. When you travel onto a car, what you wear first? When you onto a driving seat, we wear a seat belt. Exactly. That is also a pattern, but they have licensed it free of cost to everybody for the protection when it was launched first. Okay, everything has got a copyright, the trademark, the patents, how to do it. Okay, when you take geographical location, okay, when you take geographical indications, when you take some places, some food, can you say that they relate to the place? Can I have some examples? If you take some food or anything, that is this is from this place. It could be a food, it could be a product, which always comes with the name of the place. Examples, please. You know, you eat so much of food, right? If you say Tirunelveli is famous for, girls, you're able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Tirunelveli is famous for what? Yes, Pavitra, you are right, Alva. So here we always say this is Tirunelveli Alva, right? When you say you are connecting a product with a place, and that is of a geographical indication, right? So these are the basic five types of idea that we are going to see: patent, copyright, trademark, trade secret, geographical indication. All right. Okay, thank you all for your good response. So, as students, okay, as students, what will be your contribution into this field? All right, we are going to see startups and IPRs are the major pillars on a higher educational institution. Okay, we are going to see the difference between a discovery versus inventions versus innovation. Innovation is the product, or you can say the sum of invention itself Commercialization. How do you commercialize your product? It's not only inventing. If you invent something, keep it at home, it is of no use. You invent it and you commercialize it, that means innovation. That means innovation. How to have a startup, what are the entrepreneurship and intellectual property rights. So when you see in Indian government, ipindia.gov.in, kindly make a note of the website. Okay. So this is the website of the Intellectual Property India. Okay. Okay. Can you see here? ipindia.gov.in. What are the types of IPR we have seen? I told you about patents, copyright, all right. The design thinking, the new design, okay, the trademark, the geographical indication. Okay, so this is the website of our intellectual property of Government of India. Make a note of it. It comes under the Department of Promotion of Trade and Internal Trade. Sorry, Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. All right. So here we are going to see what is the hierarchies of violence. Okay. So the Office of the General of Patents, the Designs and Trademarks. This is the institution. Okay, the Raju National Institute of Intellectual Property and Management. Okay, it's at Nagpur. There are the patents office available. You find innovate something, you need to commercialize it. You need to check up your rights. So we file for a patent. We are going to see today how to search for a patent. What are the steps to when you invent something and you want to know? It's a big group. All right, it's the head office is in Kolkata. The other offices are in Delhi, Chennai, and Bombay. The design office is in Kolkata. All right, the trademark registry, when you make a symbol of it, the trademark. The head office is in Mumbai. The other office is Delhi. In Chennai, you have a trademark registry in Ahmedabad. Geographical indications, the office is at Chennai. The AC, the semiconductor IC, okay, that design registry is in Delhi. The copyright registry is in Delhi. So these are the General of Patents, Designs and Trademarks. Okay. This is the hierarchy. Okay. So what are the initiatives of Government of India? The National Students in Faculty Startup Policy. Okay. And NIST, they say it as NIST, National Innovation and Startup Policy 2019. There's a lot that you can contribute. I don't know whether WCC have started working with NIST. Okay. And Ashok Binjwala, he was a professor who thought this innovation and startups could be integrated into the education ecosystem, and he is the chairman of this policy. All right. And how do you license your technology? How do you manage your intellectual property rights ownership? How do you developing an entrepreneurial agenda, equity sharing in startups or enterprise? So this is one of the best policy. You can go into this website www.mix.gov.in. All right. See, this is specifically for the higher education institutions like you. All right. You can contribute during your college. You can have your startup in collaboration with the faculty, develop products, register for it. All right. So we'll go into this website mic.gov.in. Make a note of it, girls. Okay. So this is the policy. Okay. So it's coming under the Ministry of Human Resource Development. Okay. Here they've given the entire framework how the college could work on this. All right. What is the framework? Can you see? It's to facilitate HEI, the intellectual property rights for the startup and for the robust innovation, and how it is used in colleges. Okay. So guidelines for implementing SSIP, that is where your contribution needs. We need your contribution. Okay. Your students can have your startup. You can have your innovation policy that starts for SSIP. All right. And then the guidance for the students innovation and startup ecosystem in colleges. Okay. So here is where it plays a vital role. Okay, it plays a vital role. You can visit this website, MIC. You're able to see in my entire screen? Yes? One of you can unmute and speak? Yeah, thank you. Are you able to follow the website? You are all computer science students. You should be really, really fast. Okay, this is the website. Okay, so I would like to, whether you have NIST in your college, National Innovation Startup Policy? Yes, no? Okay. If it's happy, yeah. If no, it's the right time for you all to get yourself contribute. Okay. You can be an incubator or pre-incubation. Okay. Lots and lot of people keep coming again and again. It is in your hands to grab. If you are a young mind, you've got a splendid knowledge in technology, you can think something great, which is non-existent and what it is beneficial for the society. Okay. This is about SIP, SIIP, all right? Can you see here the incubation and pre-incubation facilities in IISc? You, as WCC, you can register your institution. See, every effort will not come from the faculty. The development of the college is in the hands of you beautiful students. You can do it. Okay. So here, if you see, if I want to take any if you want to have a startup cell or all pre-incubators, okay, the new generation innovation cell. Okay, if I click on Tamil Nadu, since we are into the state, okay, okay, and then I just give a submit. There are pre-incubators, it's the previous stage before the incubation. Okay, I'm just going to see 100 per page. Can you see the colleges? See, that's Arts and Science College. All right. See, it's all from Chennai. Can you see Nazareth College? IEDC Innovation Cell and Startup Policy. It's not engineering college alone. It's right time for us to see. I can see in out of 100 Patrician College, right? So you need to explore on it. We have to work on it. Okay, it's a simple step. Okay, where you are doing lots of projects every year. Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you do projects on par with academics or you do your own project? That could be documented. Okay, that could be documented and it could be evaluated. All right. And same way in incubation also, you can start working on with that. I'll tell you the steps how to work on with it. This is the website for this policy. Okay, this is about in India. What is government of Tamil Nadu initiative? Tamil Nadu initiative is Tamil Nadu Startup and Innovation Policy 2018 to 2023. TANSIM. It stands for TANSIM. Okay, where as students you can start up, you can register, and government is giving you the seeding fund. Yes, and it's very important for us to know, to explore. It's not, don't think that it's huge. What are the small things that you're trying to do as a project or something you have it in mind and you have something called POC, that stands for proof of concept, you'll be able to do it. Okay, and this is the website for it. You can make a note of it. Startup Tamil Nadu policy. Okay. Am I fast or are you able to understand what I'm trying to say? Yes, no? You're able to understand? Yes or no? We have seen about IP, we have seen about MIC, and now into Tamil Nadu startup policy. So these are the ways that you girls you can invent. As 4 or 5 students, you can join yourself. Think of some product that you could launch for it, or some simple proof of concept. Okay, and that is our own right. Okay, where's this Tamil Nadu? Yeah, Tamil Nadu startup policies. Okay, MSME. Okay, when you take about colleges, okay, our council will conduct outreach programs and partners with reputed. You are one of the most reputed colleges, right? So, and then next, introduces entrepreneurship. Do you have IPR in your syllabus? Yes or no? Girls, do you have intellectual property rights or entrepreneurship in your syllabus? You are having it, right? Yes. So that's what the organized webinars too, including this in your academics to learn more, explore about it, having active academic credits for students, okay? And university and colleges will encourage as when you start up with interdepartment or inter-institutional partnership. Okay, facilitate the startup planning and management that require. This is more important. Within department you can start up, or only with your departments you can start up. So they are providing funds for the college students. Okay, and just explore through say permits students research projects. See, you are doing a research project. I want everybody to look into it. Permit faculty to transform the students' research project developed at your universities or college to become startups and hold DPT in such steps. Okay, so we always think we do a project for academics and that's the end of it. Every project that you are developing on your own is a great innovation. But where do we lack? We are not commercializing it. Wherein we are not commercializing it. So as of now, we've given 3 websites. I hope you should have made a note of it. Okay, coming to property. Starting itself, I asked you what are properties? A car is a property, a jewel is a property, which are all movable properties. Okay, when you see this house, can you say whose house design is this? Can I have your answers on chat or you can unmute and speak? It's a house, it has an exclusive design. It's good. And this on chat. Do you remember whose house is it? Whose house structure? You're able to hear me? I'm waiting for your answers. It's the house of Sachin Tendulkar. Search it out in Google. Search it out in Google. Alright? Okay. And when you take intellectual property, it's your literature, it's your innovation, invention. Okay? That comes under intellectual property right. Okay? So how many of you have the habit of reading books, or you write books or write poems? Or whether you have invented something? If come on, you can speak, no problem. Or you can put the answers in chat. How many of you have the habit of reading books? Yes? No? How many of you read books?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Vidya. Vidya is one of the very good active responders. I want everybody are good. You can, if you feel very tired, just type yes. If it is why, or if it is no, just type yes. You have the habit of reading books? We have 100 students here. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. Thank you, Priya Rashmi. You're right. Some of you will have the habit of writing, okay, poems or reading books. All right. So how are you going to do it? I will be sharing about it. Okay, intellectual property. This is most important property. Your own inventions, the literature. Okay, and the literature. Okay. So car, your pen, and somebody said laptop. I forgot the name. Okay, that's your mobile property, mobile land buildings. Okay, intellectual is your literary work, your invention. Intellectual property, how do you define it? It's a product of human intellect that have economic value. More of the time, you innovate and we have to commercialize. Inventing and commercializing is innovation. We should not stop at invention, we need to commercialize it. Okay. What's the difference between invent and discover? Okay. So I'm going to tell you, and I want one of you to give me an example of discovery and invention. All right, girls. Somebody has found something, but it exists for a long time, but recently has been found. That is called discover. Okay, cover, discover. Okay, advent to centuries ago, where they found the land. Okay, unknown continent. That is discovery, where you are just finding out what is existing. Inventing is somebody has developed something that never has happened before. Okay, the Chinese invented first printing press 100 years ago. We will not say the Chinese discovered. The Chinese, they invented. Invention is something that has never happened before. Discovery is something that is existent, but some of them they find it out and bring it to life. Okay, fire. We don't know, but still it's a very big the debate is going on whether it's an invention or a discovery. All right, wheel. That picks up the industry. Okay, that was the greatest invention. Okay, paper. You know, steam engine. Steam engine was invented by the year 1763 and 1770 by Scottish inventor James Watt. It powered trains, ships, factories, industrial revolution as a whole starting from this. Okay, Industry 1.0 is the steam power, water power mechanization. Industry 2.0, the mass assembly lines, the productions, the cars. Industry 3.0, for computers when it came into existence and automation. Now, Industry 4.5, cyber physical system. Industry 5.0, we are moving into automation. Okay, the industry revolution started in the year. Speed is one of the biggest inventions. Okay, so water and steam engine is used to provide. It happened in 1800. The next revolution 1900. The IT systems, you know, the 2K. Okay, the problem, the IT system of production, it happened in 2000. Today, we are in the Internet of Things. IoT plays a vital role, and cloud technology and automate complex tasks. Okay, even see, imagine conducting this event. I need to travel to your place, and you all need to travel from your place to your college. But see how easy it is making. Okay, so as computer science engineers, students, what can you do? Okay, when you move on to Industry 4.0, the technology that you should know, learn more is on the first is operational report, what is happening, how to do a descriptive analytics, what has happened, the reporting of it, exploration, data exploration, diagnosis, why did this happen? Okay, what is going to happen? Okay, this phase is where you can have your major contribution. Descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics, and predictive analytics, and moving on into optimization. How are you working with analytics? Have you worked with analytics before? Yes, girls? Yes, no? You are using and PG students of computer science, right? All right. So let's move quick into this. Okay. This is my company's website. Okay, before moving on to that, okay, this is a simple Google Analytics of my website. We have courses on the digital marketing, the data analytics course. Okay, can you see in real time? Okay, is there any viewers? There are 0 viewers. Nobody is seeing my website now. Okay, when I go into the audience, okay, if I want to see an overview, see, this is what is a simple analytics, isn't it? And they're commercializing it. Google has made this analytics, and they are the invention. Okay, innovation is invention into commercialization. Can you see from July 21 to July 27? Okay, how many people? Like almost 68 new visitors, and 4 are returning visitors. Okay, and from which country they have seen? This is fully automating tasks with this Industry 4.0. I'm not doing anything, I've just set it up. Okay, now I want you all girls quickly see on the real time. It is showing nobody is visiting my website, it is showing 0. Okay, now can you all type onto the website www dot, you can use mobile or whatever it is, co.in, CIRF.co.in. So this is my company where we have registered an Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Okay, the workshops that has been conducted in terms of the students, and whatever the talks I give, I put it onto it. Yeah, I can see only two students. One is from Mumbai and two is from Chennai. 100 people are there, or you are there with me. I'll post the link onto the chat too. Just click onto the link just to show you how the analytics works. As computer science students, it is your domain of interest. Yes, girls, just go to the chat and click it on. Let me see. See now with the 7. I'm not doing anything. This task is entirely automated. Okay, I can tell, I don't know where you are from. I can tell one is from Thiruvananthapuram, 6 users are from Chennai. Okay, 16 from Chennai. One is from Mumbai, one is from Thiruvananthapuram. And out of which 61% are using mobile and 30% you are using a desktop and 4% you are using a tablet. Now one is from North India, one is from Chandigarh. Okay, and all of you are into the home page. Can you traverse between the other pages? Like other pages means maybe the training programs or the people or the contact or whatever it is. Then that also will be reflected here. Yeah, yes. One of you are into the research page out of 24. Yeah, quick girls, you're very smart. One into implant, one into home, 3 of you into training program, 3 of you are into the people. Can you see how quick is this analytics being done? All right, out of 126, you have come in. Okay, now moving on to a slide. So this is how the industry revolution is picking up. The mathematics of Industry 4.0 is automation. I showed you a demo of it. Okay, wherein you can contribute a lot. Connecting with people, we are connecting cloud computing, IoT, big data, and integrated systems. Okay, we are using internet. This post-COVID made us to use internet a lot. It is because these members are the ones who found the protocol, TCP/IP protocol. On the year 1970, they are the two DARPA scientists. They are known as the fathers of internet, Robert and Dr. Benson. Okay, so that is the basic innovation. Okay, and internet users around the world, you see, almost 63% of the entire global. This is a very latest statistic. 63% of the entire world they use internet, and I think it should have increased after this post-pandemic. Okay, see, we are a 10-year-old innovator, Sarun Sumesh. He has created more than 10 robots. He is from Kerala, Kochi. Okay, he just built his first robot at the year 4 years old. Today he has done thousands of like walking sticks with visually challenged, robotic hands, humanoid robots, fire bullets, smart seat belts. Okay, see how great are the innovations. Kavya Vignesh. She built a robot to save bees. When we take honey, we kill the bees. She has made a robot to save that. Robot was named as Light Night Queen. Okay. Then we move on to Akash Manoj. He made a skin patch to detect silent heart attacks. He's a class 10. He has innovated. Okay. This okay. When this patch would release positive electrical impulse that attracts negative charge protein releases by the head, is a signaling for heart attack. See? Singh. Okay, Gursimran Singh. He has made an assistive device called as Ice Cry to help visually challenged people to read books. Okay, he's just 16 years old. He's a class 12. And goggles for the blind. He's of class 7. Anand Sadar is an young innovator from Arunachal Pradesh who invented goggles for blind. He was just class 11. If a student of class 10, 11, and 10 years old can do this much of innovation, you can do more and much more at an efficient innovation. Okay, I want you, after the end of this talk, it's not only the talk that ends today. I want to ignite a spark in your mind to start with some of the innovation that you think that should be done. This is what it is. Initial grinder, and now how it has changed. Okay, so how many of you grind? Anybody does grinding, or the machine does the grinding, or you help in your mom's in grinding the idli flour? Yes, no? You ask any question, ma'am. We are made up our mind not to answer. Yes, or you are going to answer. How many of you help your mom or you grind the flour for idli or dosa? Anybody?
Yes, I'm using the grinder. We've seen our grandmothers use the manual one.
Yes, the manual one. But the most challenging task is that after grinding the cleaning, see how a small innovation and commercialization happens. I don't know, some of you would have seen it and some would have not. Okay.
Hello friends, எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். இன்னைக்கு வீடியோல நம்ம என்ன பார்க்க போறோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு சூப்பரான கிரைண்டர் பத்தின ரிவ்யூ அண்ட் டெமோ தான் நான் உங்களுக்கு காட்ட போறேன். அதாவது கையே வைக்காம எப்படி இந்த மாதிரி அழகா வந்து மாவு எடுக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நம்ம பார்க்கலாம். அம்மா வந்து கிரைண்டர் வாங்கணும், அது ஒரு இன்னோவேட்டிவான ஒரு கிரைண்டர் வாங்கணும் அப்படின்னு தெரிய வந்து இது எங்க இருக்குன்னு பார்க்கும்போது ஜென் பவர் அப்படின்ற ஒரு ஷாப்ல வந்து கோயம்புத்தூர்ல இருக்கு. மேட்டுப்பாளையம் ரோட் கோயம்புத்தூர்ல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா இருக்கு ஜென் பவர் அப்படின்ற ஷாப். இந்த ஷாப்போட டீடைல்ஸ் எல்லாமே கீழே டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன்ல இருக்கு. அதே மாதிரி சொல்லி நான் உங்களுக்கு காட்டுறேன். அன்பாக்சிங் கார்டு கிளிக்கிங்க அப்படின்னா நீங்க வாட்ஸ்அப் ஆர்டர்ஸ் எல்லாமே நீங்க பிளேஸ் பண்ணலாம். ஓகே, வந்து ஃப்ரீ ஹோம் டெலிவரி பண்ணிடுவாங்க.
So can you see even without keeping hand?
வரைக்கும் நான் இங்க இருக்கேன். சோ அதனால தான் இந்த ரிவ்யூ அண்ட் டெமோ எல்லாமே உங்களுக்காக போஸ்ட்
It
பண்றேன். சோ கண்டிப்பா இந்த
push up the floor outside. You will see in a
ட்ரம் வந்து சுத்தவே சுத்தாது. நான் கை வச்சு காட்டுறேன் பாருங்க. உள்ள வந்து கல்லு சுத்திட்டு இருக்கு. ஆனா ட்ரம் வந்து உள்ள வெளியில வந்து ஓபன்ல இருக்க கூடாது.
ஓகே,
இருப்பாங்க. அதை வச்சு நம்ம தள்ளி விட்டுறோம். நாப் இருக்கு இல்லைங்களா, அதை தான் நம்ம ரிலீஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இந்த பிளாக் அப்படின்றது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம வாட்டர் க்ளீன் பண்ணி எடுக்கிறோம் இல்லைங்களா, அது ஸ்டாப் ஆகவே கிடையாது. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இப்படி பண்ணிட்டு வெளியில வந்துருச்சு. இதே மெக்கானிக் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா நமக்கு வந்து வாஷிங்க்கும் நான் வந்து எல்லாமே
okay, this is a very good innovation. So what's the difference between invention and innovation? Invention is formalizing a new ideas, a process. Okay, and when you come to innovation, making it into marketable product. You see, already we have a grinder, but this grinder, even without touching, using our hands, the machine automatically takes out all the flour from the grinder. The invention, you are using new ideas and products, but innovation is invention plus commercialization. Keep it in mind, innovation is invention plus commercialization. So you have some theory, some research, some science, that's an idea. Then you go into invention, you design, you engineer, you prototype it. And innovation, the most thing is commercializing and delivering and acceptance by. See, this they should have just started as a product, even using a hand. They can take out the flour. Then they made an invention. Then the next process, innovation, where they commercialize it, giving it to the hands. So broad profit to the society, the market, and also to the government. The first wheel is an invention, the motor car is an innovation. Okay, World Wide Web, I told, right, it was an invention. Facebook is an innovation. Okay, the power of an idea. Okay, necessity is the mother of all invention. So when you take intellectual property, it is a term referring to distinct type of creations of mind for which property rights are recognized. It is done by a person. Intellectual property rights is handed by the rights given to a person for the right to use their own plans, ideas. See a simple grinder, they are giving it to the hands of people. Licensing is a partnership between the intellectual property rights owner to another. We are authorizing the other person to use. Okay, and this is about the solar helmet. Okay, as we are running short of time, I'll just move on to the next thing. Okay, so when you take a design, so in 1899, how was Coca-Cola, and now how it is. Okay, this is used. Trademark, you take trademark, it is the distinct signs or indicators that is used when individual or business organization to identify their own products. Whenever you see Google, do you see like this? What is the symbol of tick? Coca-Cola, they have their own phone, Samsung, Apple, okay, Facebook, okay, this thing. Okay, out of these four, can I know what is the logo or what is the trademark of this? What is this? Unmute and say, or you can have your answers on chat. Allen Sol, exactly right. Next, this one. Hotel Sarana Bhavan. This one everybody will answer. What is this one? The trademark of? It's a
Apple.
Apple. Exactly. Apple iPhone. And this one? Malabar Gold. Okay. So there are different types where you can, when you want to make a trademark, it could be of different types. When it's letters, number, words, abbreviation of a particular font, it's Coca-Cola. Always you see Coca-Cola of the same font. That's a word mark. It could be figurative. What is this? What symbol is this? Yes, exactly. The three-dimensional of wrappers or packing of products. Ferrero. So what is that? What's this with? You go to Russia. Okay, a sound symbol, melody. Okay, combine marks, a knife. Okay, everything it represents a trademark. A trademark could be a name, which could be a logo type. It could be, what is this? What symbol is this? Yes, very good. Slogan. The shapes, the color, everything, it denotes the trademark. It comes under Trademark Act 1990. It extends to the whole of India. Okay, trademark, when you make some products and when you make it as a trademark, it's valid for 10 years, the government pays 2,500. So you make it applicable so others cannot use. Okay, others will not be. It is a right with grant protection to the unique expression of idea. Okay, now coming into geographical indication is the name symbol used on certain products. I'm going to show you some pictures of it. I want you just to quickly answer to it. What is this? Which comes along with geographical indication. The start of the talk I gave you. What it is all about? Tirunelveli Alva. I want you to unmute. I'm not coming into the chat. Okay. Next one. What is this? You think of this? Ah, exactly right. Rajapalayam dog. This one. Madhuravalli. Okay. See, I didn't say anything, right? So this is also coming under the intellectual property. A geographical indication is the name or sign used on certain product which corresponds to a specific geographical location or other. It could be a town, it could be a region, or it could be a country. Okay. What is this? Darjeeling. What it stands for? Darjeeling? Well done. This one. Kanchipuram Pattu. Okay. This one. Mysore sandal soap. The answer is there. Okay. This one. Which place? Bikaneri Bhujia. Okay. First is Darjeeling tea from West Bengal. Kanchipuram saree from Tamil Nadu. Mysore sandal soap from Karnataka. This is from Rajasthan. So this, see, first when Rasgulla came, okay, there were Bangla Rasgulla and Odisha Rasgulla. Both went for this, and at last they both had difference in color. It was spongy, it was soft, it was sweet inside, it was not sweet inside. So both of them, they have claimed it, okay, based on the differences of Rasgulla. This is Rasgulla, this is Rasgulla. Okay, so this is how, according to geographical categories, we have seen about trademark, we have seen about GI. The next thing on IPR we're going to see is about copyright. Okay, it's an exclusive assignable legal right given to the originator for a fixed period of time. To print, to publish, in films also you get, you remember this? They both had a small conflict on a song, okay, and then it got resolved, okay. Even for the Leo Da Vinci in the 60s, the Windows, so okay, the copyright, okay. When you you use what do I say? No, a pirate version of Word or PowerPoint, they say it has to be copyright, okay. What are the things that is covered in copyright? It could be literacy, it could be film, it could be dramatic, it could be sound recording, you sing a song, artistic, musical. Okay, it's all creation of mind. It's to the works of creators and authors. Okay, if somebody is going to reuse it, you have the claim to use it. Okay, you can once you register it properly, then you'll be able to do it. Alright, copyright refers to written documents or whatever the other things. It could be literary work, dramatic, music, artistic, cinematography, okay, sound recording. Okay, these are all comes under copyright. Okay, so life plus 60 plus years. Okay, so this is the term for copyright protection. Okay, and are you a good writer? Okay, listen to this video. Innovate India.
ஊக்குவிக்கும் மத்திய அரசின் திட்டம். நீங்கள் 30 வயதிற்கு உட்பட்டவரா? எழுத்தில் உங்களுக்கு ஆர்வம் இருக்கிறதா? உங்கள் படைப்புகளை இன்றே பதிவேற்றி செய்து கொள்ளுங்கள். நீங்கள் விவரங்களை தெரிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டிய முகவரி innovate.mygovernment.in/yuva என்ற இணையதளத்திலே கடந்து
Just go into innovateindia.mygovernment.in/yuva.
மத்திய அரசினால் உருவாக்கப்பட்டுள்ள வல்லுநர் குழு உங்களுடைய படைப்புகளை பரிசீலனை செய்தால் 75வது ஆண்டு சுதந்திர தினத்தன்று இந்திய அரசாங்கத்தின் இணையதளத்தில் வெளியிடப்படும். நாடு சுதந்திரம் அடைந்து 75 ஆண்டுகள் நிறைவடைவதை ஒட்டி 75 இளம் எழுத்தாளர்களை தேர்ந்தெடுக்கப்படும் எழுத்தாளர்களின் விவரங்கள் வரும் 75வது ஆண்டு சுதந்திர தினத்தன்று மத்திய அரசின் இணையதளத்தில் வெளியிடப்படும். தேர்ந்தெடுக்கப்படுகிற எழுத்தாளர்களுக்கு 3 மாதங்கள் பயிற்சியும் 6 மாதங்கள் இலக்கிய படைப்புகள்
3 months training is given. Those who have got this 2-3 days go more.
2022ஆம் ஆண்டு இளைஞர் தினம் ஜனவரி 12ஆம் நாள் அன்று அவைகள் புத்தகமாக வெளியிடப்படும்.
So all your writings after being trained.
காவியங்களை உருவாக்கிய தமிழ் மொழியின் பற்றாளர்களாக நீங்கள் இருப்பீர்களானால் 30 வயதுக்கு உட்பட்டவர்களாக நீங்கள் இருப்பீர்களானால் இன்றே
innovate.india.in/yuva you can say such. Okay. So these are the applications for registration of your own copyright and the fees for each of them. Now coming into patent, these are legal documents that protect the rights of an invention of an industry property. A patent, you can start up and you can find out something new, you can make a patent first. It's an exclusive right who invents new, or it could be an improved product. When this grinder we saw, it was an improved product. Okay, so protection to for the invention, generally it is given for 20 years. Okay, it's commercially made to use. Okay, what are the criteria for patentability? It should be novel. The innovation must be new and not known to the public before filing. You should not release it. Inventive is a feature of invention that involves technical advancement as compared to the existing knowledge. Okay, industry capable of making use in the industry. Okay, so when you make it to a patent, how do you find? See, what are not inventions? Okay, any process of medicinal, surgical, curative, or treatment of human beings is a mere discovery, so that cannot be taken into invention. Okay, now I'll show you a demo of patent first. Okay, so this is the website for ipindia.gov.in. Can you see here something called as the public search? Click over the public search. Okay, so in the public search there are things, right? The design, the trademarks. I'm going into patents. Yes. So I'm going to search. There are different things using abstract or search field. I'm going to search using the title. You are all computer science students. I'm going to use IoT design step. There are two things, whether it's published patent or granted. I'm going to check for granted patent. Or if I want more queries, I can do it. I'm just going to take only the title. It has a captcha. So, fine. Okay. Can you see here? So wherever the title has got IoT, it comes in. It is all granted along with the date and year. So for example, let me take this. An IoT patent for microwaves and commercial, it is granted. Okay. You can click on, see the advantage, you can click it on the application status. You can see already I said it is granted. So the application number. Okay, these are the steps for patent. First, you need to file. RQs, you want to expedite to make it faster. Is it published? Is it under examination? Either it could be granted or it could be whatever. Okay. So here is the patent number given. Can you click on the view document? Here you have the patent certificate. All the details are ready. If you want to make a patent also, all the documents, the templates, everything is available. See, when I click on patent, it is done by this young Yatra Technology and IoT patent. It's for 20 years from 2nd March 2020. Okay, this is given by the government of India. Okay, you can make your final year project also to be a practice if it really works on what are the steps I told you. And you can also go into the complete specification. Okay, you can go into the complete specification. Okay, you can read through it. What are it will give certain ideas for you. Okay, the objective of the invention. What is the summary of this invention? How it is used in the industry? Whether it is acceptable? What are the details? Everything is given for every pattern. According to your area of interest, I advise you girls to move on into it and see to it how it is being used. Okay, the abstract of it. Very simple. Okay, so this is how you can go and with your demo of the pattern search. Now I want you to see about the Women Sciences scheme. I don't know if it's useful for you or it could be for faculties. Okay, it's for Women's Sciences scheme. Okay, because 31st, the 12th batch is coming on 31st July. Okay, and for women, especially they're giving it for women. And also I want to show it to you about UPT. Okay, it is a fund available for innovation specifically, especially in education ecosystem. Okay, I strongly recommend you at the end of the talk, the greatest takeaway if you are into it. Okay, the innovation, it is UP. This is the website. UP dot, I told about MIC, right? mic.gov.in. Inside that itself we have this. Okay, what is the technology that you want? Anybody you can register today. It is an initiative of Ministry of Education. Okay, to encourage students, faculties, and staff from higher education to submit innovation to them. Okay, you are a student, you can do it, or your faculty, or staff. Okay, anybody you can register today. It's very simple. If you are a student, just click onto the students and register today. Even after the end of the session, think of some innovation to do on this. Okay, and it's open throughout the year. But they're given certain months. Okay, when to work on this. Okay, when to work on this. Okay, so it's open throughout the year. UP is open throughout the year, and see, the first call will be the first and second throughout the year. But when do they evaluate your innovation? May to June. Now you start, your innovations will be evaluated in November, December. Then shortlisting on December, January, and Jan-Feb you'll be connected with the incubators, and for funds. You get funds for your innovation as a seed fund. As you are into the final years or into your project, I want each of you to grab this opportunity, register for UP, and get benefits. Okay, so, and these are the other two websites. I want you all to go through it. We are coming to the end of the session. Okay, mic.gov.in, and I told you about UBA, right? UBA, and many things. It comes under my government gov.in. Okay, yeah, less time. So here you have got a startup policy. I told you about the innovation, the pre-incubation, incubation. Okay, a lot of things, especially for the students. Okay, for the students, for the college, in collaboration with students at college. See, IIC, Institutions Innovation Council. Everything, you don't wait for your faculty to do it. As students, you can take this technology, make your college to a higher level. Okay, on to innovation and startup. Okay, I told you about UVA scheme, and you will get 5,000 per month once your writing is getting validated. They give you 6 months of training. Okay, and also you can find according to groups. You can in Government of India, if you are interested in Digital India. Okay, we can select your group. Okay, and say for example, there are many things. The government is asking, you have some ideas. They are far of an idea is more important. Okay, see, what are the activities into this group in Digital India, cloud computing, mobile applications. Okay, so you can give your own ideas. Okay, into this. And coming into the patterns, I told you the starting of the structure itself full grant. The fee for drafting a pattern, if you draft on your own, there is no fee. If you go to people, they charge you something. Okay, these are the forms, grant patterns, the provision, certificate of completion, and the statements undertaken, the requisition for publication, examination. Okay, where are the other places where you can search? I showed you about how to search in IP India. Okay, you can also search for Google patterns, Indian patterns, US patterns, ES space net. Okay, I told you about where are the intellectual property rights. It is available in Chennai, it is available in Hindi. Okay, CPR. And university has got a center for intellectual property rights. All right. So at institution level, if you have got a preference to have you can become entrepreneurs, you can have participate in innovation. That is what your college is organizing webinars like this. All right. And your curriculum will have courses on entrepreneurship, on startups, okay, on IPRs, how to do it. And when you take laboratories, we need to structure laboratories into project business. Okay, when you make a product, then you will understand further. I want you students to start trying for a project, think something that is non-existent. If you want to get yourself trained on technology, you can visit your faculty members. Even at CIRF, we give internships for students with training. And now, if you are totally trained, we put it directly into live projects. We basically work on big data analytics, data science, machine learning, deep learning, and web applications using Django, Flask, everything we give training and development of projects. Okay, if you are good, we'll be directly paid. Even internship is open on Inshallah. You can see to it. So coming into IPR, design protects the visual design of object. Okay, when you see a design of an object, you understand it. Okay, trademarks, it protects the brand, title, Apple. Copyright protects works of authorship. Okay, patents protect functional or ornamental features. So these are the basic components of IPR. Coming into sustainable development goals, do you use the SDG in your college? Okay, these are the goals. Okay, 17 goals. Okay, so out of which, can you see no poverty? Here you can contribute a lot towards this sustainable development goal. Goal 9 is industry, innovation, and infrastructure. That's what I want to focus on with you today. Okay, as students, okay, you can innovate a lot. Without technology and innovation, industrialization will never happen. Without industrialization, development will never happen. So it is so the future of India is in your hands, girls. You can do more better. Okay, 16% don't have access to mobile. Okay, industrialization as a job multiple, if you know, is ripples to the society. Okay, so in industry, innovation, and infrastructure, and myself and this is my husband Doreen, we have selected as goodwill ambassador for Chennai district for Negali Masala, Tamil Nadu. As today is July 20th and World Natural Conservation Day, I wish you all to reduce the usage of plastic, and through your community, through your place, your college, kindly reduce the usage of plastic at home. Okay, so you can focus on implementation of avoiding plastic, more poverty, or whatever the promotion innovations with college and schools, smart cities, climate change, visual income, developing positive attitude, okay, whatever it is, the quality education. Okay, Uber is the largest company, it owns no vehicle. Just a part of an idea, right? The Facebook, the most popular media one, but he doesn't create any content on his own. Alibaba, the most valuable retailer, he has no inventory. Airbnb, the world's largest accommodation provider, but owns no real estate. See, the power of an idea is more important for a successful business. Okay, innovation leads to new creation. New creation leads to bigger action. Bigger action leads to progress of our nation, India. Okay, now we are going to play a live quiz just for 5 minutes. Okay, you're able to understand what did I say? Whether you're able to understand? Yes, no? Yes. Thank you. Others? Will you get yourself involved in this? Okay, National Innovation Startup Policy. You are all young, innovative minds. You can explore a lot. Okay. Okay, I will share the link onto the chat. Just give in your name. Just give in your name and join. There is no need for registration, nothing as such. So today we saw both IPR, intellectual property rights. What are patents? How can you search the patents? What is copyright? What are the components of copyright? What are the things that could be copyrighted? The trademark, and we have seen about geological indications and what the websites where the government is giving a wide area wherein you could, they are investing on the students. The opportunity is in your hand. As the Bible verse says, ask and it shall be given, seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you. You need to knock and grab the opportunity. All right? Yeah, I've now only seeing some of your answers. Alan Sony, Apple. Okay, let's start the quiz right now. And any more details you need, you can ask me or you can ask your professors, they will know about it. Let's make a good moment in at WCC, right, for this innovation. Right, let me check in. Yeah, it's showing the quiz is not open. Just give me a second. Any other doubts or questions, you can post it onto the chat. Sorry, I have another issue. I'll post the link again. Are you able to hear me? Okay. Sorry, something happened. Okay, I'm starting my session. I'll share my screen. It's simple 5 multiple choice question. Now click on the link, give your name and join. Amazing. 28 of you have joined. 100 of you were there. 90 are still there. Let's see. Yes, come on, girls. Join quick. 28, 31. Yes, for those, people are watching through YouTube. The link is there for you on the chat. Yeah, I'll wait for few more seconds and then we're going to start. Yes, here we go. Shall we? Okay, I'm going to click now. I'm just starting. Please see on the first question. IPR stands for, we are going to see who's going to be the winner for the day. Indian property rights, intellectual property rights, intellectual property rights. What's the right answer? Yes, 14 of you have given the right answer. Is IPR stands for intellectual property rights. Let's see who's the winner for question 1. Yes. Johanna, you are the fastest. Second, Suganti, and third is Serena. Let's see the second question. Okay. Innovation is equal to, carefully see an answer. It's idea into an invention, or creativity into invention, or invention into commercialization. I told what is innovation. We saw what is an idea, what is invention, what is innovation. Innovation is invention and we need to commercialize it. You find something new which is not existent, but without commercialization it will not be as known as it. So innovation is invention multiplied by commercialization. Well done. Let's see who's going to be on the first place and second question. Anna Chaco, you are on the first place, second is Pavi, and third is Suganti. You have 3 more questions to go. Here we go. Question number 3. An unique identity indicator or sign refers to a unique indicator or sign, a symbol which refers to is a copyright or a patent or a trademark. We saw about this types of IPRs, right? Patent, copyright, trademark, right? Yes, 19 of you have given the right answer. It is trademark. It's a symbol. We saw about it, right? Well done, girls. For listening to it, 33 of you are into the link. Yes, Anna, you are the fastest. Pavi second, and I don't know what your name is. Bell on third. Question number 4 for the day. Here we go. A geographical indication is a name used on certain products, okay, which refers or which corresponds to a town, region, country, or all of the above. A geography, we saw about many examples, right? Tirunelveli Halva, Rajapalayam dog, Madurai Malli, exactly right. 23 of you have given the right answer, all of the above. It's a geographical indication. Darjeeling tea, Mysore sandal soap, Kanchipuram sari, Kanchipuram pattu, not Kanchipuram sari, Kanchipuram silk, right? Yes, Vishali is the fastest on the top. It's Anna, second place is Pavi, and third place is Bell. The first question for the day, which is going to define who is going to be the winner. Let's see who will be the winner for today. Girls and girls. Which of the following protects the work of authorship? Authorship is design or trademark or copyright. The works of authorship. 30 of you have given your answer. 31 has given the answer. 32, yes. 26 of you have given the right answer. It is copyright is for instance. Trademark is for symbol, design, unique design of this. And we saw for GI and patents. So 5 types of IPR. Let's see who's the winner for today. First place is Anna Chaco. Congratulations, Anna. Second place is Pavi. Third is Bell. On to the fifth question. The fastest is Vishali, followed by Vidya, Yamuna. I don't know whose magical way now somebody has given. Without giving the name, Suganti, then I'm Safira. Yes, your feedback about today's session on IPR by myself. How did you learn something new? Or you able to explore some new ideas? What are the new things that you learned today? What the session useful for you? You can type it one word or you can type it multiple times. Multiple times also you can submit. There's one of you submitted this information. Thank you. Very useful. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. You can submit it multiple times also. Each of you. 2 participants are given. What about the others? Yes, it was good. Thank you, girls. It was informative and an eye-opening session. It was great informative, great and knowledgeable. Thank you. Very interesting session. Thank you. So I want you all to not only hear us, you should be practicers of, and next time when we meet, God willing, we should have innovation cell or the NISTA policy you can start. I tell you girls, computer science students can do a lot. Even I took the same from mine. Okay, got many new knowledges. You see, even school students can do parts of innovations. How much more college students can do? Okay, you can really do, convert all your final projects into an innovation, but think before developing it. Okay, and we at CIRF, we help you also in patterns. Okay, for developing, we give you training and you will be developing projects. Okay, it is like how we work, and we give you training on the latest technology. You can come with the problem definitions and training will be given to you. Whole session was useful because insightful and informative. And don't forget to register for UVA, I said, right? UVA, and then UP, okay? And today's session, I'm streaming it on YouTube, and this is my entire contact details. I'll put it on chat, okay? YouTube link will be available if you want to make a note of it. Okay, so today we started with intellectual property rights. What are the types? What is intellectual property rights? What are the types of it? Patents, copyrights, trademarks, okay, and trade secrets and geographical indications, and how to search for patents. We saw about IP for India and my government in and mix.gov.in. That we saw about UP, UVA, okay, and many options are given for the students. Okay, I want you all to grasp the opportunity and utilize it to the fullest. Thank you all. Over to the organizers.
Thank you, Dr. Doreen, for educating us all about IPR and how it works. Your session has given us an insight into this very interesting topic, and I'm sure our students will be inspired to create their own inventions. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Vidya. Thank you, girls. Thank you for the faculties and the students who attended this.
Thank you. We are almost at the end of this webinar. If any of you have any questions for Dr. Doreen, you may do so now.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Dharmi.
Ma'am, this is Darshini. I'm from Ph.D.
Tell me.
Okay, I just have a question. How can we use the copyright of other organizations?
If you want to get the copyright suffer, you have to properly get a licensing from them to use it onto your own authorship. That is a step. We have to meet who has registered for the copyright, and they have a licensing policy, and then you can use it if they permit.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Darshini. Any other?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Sarah.
I'm Sarah from Information Technology. So my question is, if I have to develop a project and I want to apply for licensing, so what will be the duration of the license? That is, how many years after the
10 years. Patent 10 years. 10, 20.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
and I advise you all students, your young minds, okay, when you don't simply do a final year project, think of something innovative which is non-existent, which you're using mobile phones almost every day. You can think. So if this particular feature could be onto the mobile phone, then you should always have a proof of concept, POC. Okay, so I advise you all to make a POC before you start developing your product. Any other questions, ma'am? Hope this session would have been useful for you. Did you learn something? The way you come in is not the way that you go out. Have you learned something new during the session? Yes, no?
Ma'am, this is Anna from Computer Science and Technology.
Congratulations, Anna. Tell me.
Ma'am, I had a question. You had said that the patent you get it for 10 years. I was curious to know what happens after the 10 years are over.
You can extend it. You can extend it.
And if they fail to extend it, what happens, ma'am?
Mostly they do extend it. They don't fail. It's your own innovation. You have the right of it, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks. So the when you go for a pattern is
I'm sorry to interrupt, ma'am.
tell me, ma'am.
Yes. Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Pattern is for 20 years. Pattern is for 20 years. Yes, continue with your question, Punita.
Yes, ma'am. So, what are the writings that come under copyright? The copyright.
Yeah, I showed you, right, the writing. Each of them, they've got their own sector, okay? So when you take a copyright, it could be an artistic work, cinematography work, okay? It should be the books, the articles that you write, the painting, the sculptures, the drawing, the diagrams, the map, the chart, the plans, the engraving, the books, okay? So these are the components that come. The literary work, the dramatic work, the musical work, the artistic work, cinematography work. There are sound recordings, the songs. I showed you the example also, right? They had some conflict and then it came to, it went on. The literary, the films, the dramatic, musical, artistic sound recordings. These are things that is covered in the copyright. All right?
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, girls, any more questions? If you found the session was useful, at the end of the session, you can go to the channel. The link I've given, you can give your feedback under the comments. That would be the best takeaway. Okay, all my session I hosted onto my YouTube. There's a lot of talks on data science, machine learning, cyber forensics, blockchain technology. When you're free and you're in need of it, I encourage you all to listen to it and utilize it to the fullest. And also at CIRF, we provide training for 20 hours, 40 hours. All right, especially for students, UG, PG. And PG students, they stay back for 6 months for development of the project. And some of we convert into papers or into patents. The papers are into pure journal publication. Okay, you can contact me if there is a real need for you. We basically work on this. Automation, okay, optimization, machine learning, and deep learning. Okay, we provide 20 hours and 40 hours course, and that is fully hands-on. This is really useful for you. If there is a necessity for you to get yourself secured, want to get yourself trained, then you could contact us. Okay. Yes. Any other question?
Ma'am?
Yes, Vidya.
I'd like to know if I have an innovation, what is the time limit before which I should apply for a patent? Like, is there like few days left, or I can do that after 2 years, or is there a time?
There's not a time limit unless we get a proof of concept. You have an innovation, you make it ready, you register for it, it goes for the examination. It depends on the duration. We cannot clearly say this is the duration of it. You can expedite.
Okay.
Okay. And in pattern itself, there's a few steps. If God willing, we can have a session on it. What are the steps? I told you, right? Pattern should have invented how it is usable for the society. What are the steps? What's the duration for the minimum, maximum? Sometimes we need to expedite. We could explore more onto it. Yes. Any more questions? So once again, I would like to thank WCC management, the principal, the department head. Special thanks to Serin ma'am for having invited me to give a talk on IPR. A very special thanks to all the students who have been with me listening to talk. Hope it has been useful for you. I want you all to put it into action. Thank you all. God bless you.
Thank you once again, ma'am. I kindly request all the participants to fill up the feedback form that's been posted in the chat box. Now I'd like to invite Shruti from CIRF department to give the vote of thanks.
First and foremost, I would like to thank the Almighty for His abundant blessings. I thank the management and principal for their support. I would like to extend my thanks to the heads and faculties of Computer Science and Technology and Information Technology for organizing this wonderful session. On behalf of the college, I would like to thank Dr.Doreen for joining us today with us and sharing her knowledge with us. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
It was very enlightening and very informative for us as it helped us understand more about intellectual property rights a lot more deeply. It gave us an insight in this topic. Last but not the least, I thank the student community for their participation. Thank you, students. I hope you all have a pleasant evening. Thank you.
Once again, I'd like to remind the participants to fill the feedback form. And now that brings us to the end of this awe-inspiring session. This is Vidya signing off until we meet again. Have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Ramalama. Thank you. Thank you all.